April 14, 1912. A bitterly cold night settled over the North Atlantic Ocean. Aboard one of the world's most magnificent passenger ships, more than 2,200 people were either relaxing in elegant lounges or sleeping peacefully in their cabins, confident that their journey to New York would be safe. Far ahead, hidden by darkness and the calm sea, an enormous iceberg drifted silently through the freezing waters. Within less than 3 hours, history would change forever. The ship that many believed to be practically unsinkable would disappear beneath the Atlantic Ocean, taking more than 1,500 lives with it.
How could the most advanced passenger liner of its time be lost on its very first voyage? To answer that question, we must begin several years earlier. At the beginning of the 20th century, fierce competition drove shipping companies to build larger, faster, and more luxurious ocean liners. The White Star Line answered that challenge by commissioning the Titanic, a vessel designed to showcase the very best of modern engineering. Stretching nearly 269 meters in length and weighing more than 46,000 tons, Titanic was among the largest moving objects ever created by human hands. Inside, passengers found magnificent grand staircases, elegant dining rooms, luxurious cabins. Its innovative watertight compartment system impressed engineers around the world. Some technical publications even describe the ship as practically unsinkable. As Titanic prepared for her maiden voyage, confidence surrounded every deck. Few could imagine this extraordinary achievement of engineering would soon become one of history's greatest maritime tragedies. On April 10, 1912, Titanic departed from Southampton, England, beginning her maiden voyage to New York City. The massive liner first stopped at Cherbourg, France, where additional passengers boarded. On board were more than 2,200 passengers and crew from many different backgrounds. Some were among the wealthiest people in the world, traveling in unmatched luxury. Others were immigrants, carrying little more than hope as they searched for a new life in America. Each passenger had a different story. Each carried different dreams. Yet none could have imagined that their journeys would soon become part of one of history's greatest tragedies. Life aboard the Titanic was remarkably comfortable. Children played along the decks. Families gathered for meals. Musicians performed in elegant lounges. Passengers admired the endless beauty of the Atlantic Ocean. Everything seemed calm. Everything seemed perfect. As the days passed, the Titanic maintained a high speed across the North Atlantic. Meanwhile, other ships operating in the region began reporting dangerous ice conditions. Wireless operators received several messages warning that large icebergs and drifting sea ice lay directly ahead along Titanic's planned route. The warnings reached the bridge. The officers were aware that ice had been reported nearby. Even so, the voyage continued at a speed that was considered normal for the conditions. The sea remained unusually calm. The night sky was brilliantly clear. But those very conditions made icebergs even more difficult to detect. With no waves breaking against the ice, the dark shapes blended almost perfectly into the night. Every passing minute carried the Titanic closer to a danger that no one on board could yet see. Then, at exactly 11:40 p.m. on April 14, everything changed. The date was April 14, 1912. The time was 11:40 p.m. High above the deck, in the ship's crow's nest, lookout Frederick Fleet scanned the dark horizon. The sea was unusually calm. The night was clear. But the absence of waves made icebergs extremely difficult to spot. Then, suddenly, a dark shape appeared directly ahead. Fleet immediately rang the warning bell 3 times and picked up the telephone. Shouted, urgent, quoted line, "Iceberg, right ahead!" The message reached the bridge in seconds. First Officer William Murdoch reacted immediately. The helm was ordered over in an attempt to steer the ship away from the iceberg. The engines were ordered to stop. Everyone on the bridge knew that only seconds remained. Slowly, the massive ship began to turn. For a brief moment, it seemed the danger might be avoided. But the Titanic was simply too large to change course quickly enough.
The iceberg brushed along the starboard side of the ship. To many passengers, the impact felt surprisingly gentle. Some noticed only a slight shudder. Others continued their conversations, unaware that anything serious had happened. But beneath the waterline, a far more dangerous story was unfolding. The collision buckled sections of the steel hull. Thousands of iron rivets holding the hull plates together were forced apart. Narrow openings appeared along several forward compartments. Through those openings, freezing seawater rushed into the ship. At first, the flooding seemed manageable. The Titanic had been designed with 16 watertight compartments. It was built to remain afloat even if several compartments flooded. But this damage was different. Water poured into too many compartments at once. As each compartment filled, it spilled into the next. The ship's safety system had reached its limit. Within minutes, the ship's designer, Thomas Andrews, carefully inspected the damage. His calculations revealed a heartbreaking truth. The Titanic could not be saved. The world's most advanced passenger liner had only a few hours left before disappearing beneath the Atlantic Ocean. Above deck, however, most passengers still had no idea of the danger surrounding them. The peaceful atmosphere remained almost unchanged. But below their feet, the ocean was steadily claiming the ship. As the icy water continued to pour into the damaged compartments, the situation became impossible to hide. Captain Edward Smith received the final assessment from the ship's designer, Thomas Andrews. The conclusion was devastating. The Titanic would sink. There was no way to stop the flooding. The crew immediately began preparing the lifeboats. At first, many passengers remained calm. Some believed the stop was only a precaution. Others were reluctant to leave the warmth and comfort of the ship for the freezing night outside. After all, the Titanic still appeared steady. Few realized that the danger lay deep below the surface. Then came the order that would echo through history. Women and children first! Crew members moved quickly from cabin to cabin, urging passengers to put on life jackets and make their way to the boat deck. Many people hesitated. Some refused to believe the ship was in serious danger. Others worried that the small wooden lifeboats looked less safe than the enormous liner itself. As a result, several of the first lifeboats were lowered only partially filled. Time was slipping away. Another heartbreaking reality soon became clear. Although the Titanic carried more lifeboats than the maritime regulations of the time required, there were nowhere near enough seats for everyone on board. Those regulations had been written years earlier, before passenger ships had grown to Titanic's enormous size. Families were suddenly forced to make impossible decisions. Husbands embraced their wives. Parents comforted frightened children. Friends exchanged final handshakes.
Many believed they would be reunited within a few hours after rescue arrived. Few realized they were saying goodbye forever.
Meanwhile, wireless operators Jack Phillips and Harold Bride worked tirelessly in the radio room. Again and again, they transmitted urgent distress calls into the night. Their messages reached nearby ships, but the closest vessel capable of responding, RMS Carpathia, was still several hours away. With every passing minute, the bow settled deeper into the freezing Atlantic. The deck slowly tilted beneath the passengers' feet. Now, the truth could no longer be denied. Panic began to replace hope.
The race against time had begun.
As the minutes passed, the bow of the Titanic sank deeper beneath the icy Atlantic. The angle of the ship grew steeper. Passengers struggled to keep their footing as the deck slowly tilted toward the freezing sea. Despite the growing chaos, many crew members remained at their posts, helping passengers into the remaining lifeboats. The ship's band continued to perform, offering a sense of calm amid the unfolding.
The great liner, once a masterpiece of engineering, was slowly surrendering to the relentless force of the ocean. Shortly after 2 a.m. on April 15th, the ship's electrical systems began to fail. The lights flickered across the decks. Moments later, darkness engulfed the Titanic. Only the stars above illuminated the freezing Atlantic. As the bow disappeared beneath the surface, enormous stress was placed on the ship's structure. Unable to withstand the immense forces, the Titanic broke apart. At approximately 2:20 a.m., the remaining sections slipped beneath the ocean. The ship had vanished. Hundreds of people were left in water that was close to its freezing point. Rescue came too late for most. Within minutes, the extreme cold claimed countless lives. Hours later, the rescue ship RMS Carpathia arrived and began searching for survivors. Only about 710 people were rescued. More than 1,500 passengers and crew lost their lives, making the disaster one of the deadliest peacetime maritime tragedies in history. The sinking of the Titanic changed the world forever. International maritime laws were strengthened. Ships were required to carry enough lifeboats for everyone on board. Continuous radio watches became mandatory. International iceberg patrols were established to monitor the North Atlantic and warn ships of dangerous ice. Today, the wreck of the Titanic rests nearly 3,800 meters below the surface of the Atlantic Ocean. More than a century has passed.
Yet the story continues to captivate people around the world. It is a story of remarkable engineering, human courage, heartbreaking loss, and lessons learned at an unimaginable cost. The Titanic was more than a ship. It became a timeless reminder that confidence must always be matched with caution, and that even humanity's greatest achievements remain subject to the power of nature. More than 100 years later, the silence of the Atlantic still guards the final resting place of a legend that the world will never forget.
If you enjoyed this documentary, please subscribe and join us as we continue exploring the remarkable stories that shaped our world.